anticipation that I invite Mr. Gaurav Gupta, who will be sharing captivating stories of transactions within the ONEST Network. Let's delve into this journey of possibilities and impact together. Let's give a big round of applause for Gaurav.
Good evening, everyone. Hope you are having a super Saturday. With Nandan and Rohini scheduled to speak next, I'm just a filler. Uh, and I'm here to talk about honest network transaction stories. Honest, which is the open network for education and skilling transactions. That's the full form. In other words, the ONDC for education and skilling. That's how you can also think about it. Now, a lot of us may not know that all of us became a part of history today. Any guesses how? Anyone wants to guess that what kind of history did we all make today? All right, let me answer that. Oh, there's a hand at the back, yeah.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we did the first transaction on ONEST, I guess, today.
yes, you're bang on. Clap for you. The first ever honest network transactions happened live in this room today. Pledges made by a lot of you to support different causes became the first ever honest network transactions. To a big clap to all of you as well. All right. Now let's hear some of the stories of the seekers, the beneficiaries for whom you pledged your support. Can you play the video, please?
ब्राइट फ्यूचर इंग्लिश स्कूल में आपका स्वागत है। इस विद्यालय में आसपास के 10 गांवों के बच्चे शिक्षा प्राप्त करते हैं, जो भी बहुत कम फीस में। लेकिन शिक्षा के सिद्धांतों का समझ में पूरी तरह से नहीं होने के कारण जो हम बच्चों को चाहते हैं वो हम अच्छे से नहीं दे पाते। ये ऐप हमें मिलता है तो हम हमारे बच्चों को जो है बहुत अच्छी से अच्छी शिक्षा दे पाएंगे। हमारे टीचर्स इस ऐप के जरिए कहानियाँ सीखेंगे, कहानियों के जरिए बच्चों को कहानियाँ सुनाएंगे और उन कहानियों से हमारे बच्चे अपनी समझ बनाएंगे।
Hello everyone, my name is Vipin. I am the founder of the Hummingbird School. Hummingbird School is located in Malpur, a river island middle of Brahmaputra in Assam. The aim of the school is to nurture our children who will become agents of social change. The dominant challenge that we see in all of these teachers is a need of a good online platform which can help them in their teacher learning practice. I am very excited to see a platform designed in terms of our school, in our context.
मेरा नाम रंजन लता है। बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि कुछ वजह से बच्चे कई दिनों तक स्कूल नहीं आ पाते हैं। अभी तो देख लीजिए बारिश की वजह से स्कूल बंद हो गए हैं और ये भी नहीं मालूम कि स्कूल कब तक खुलेंगे। और जब तक खुलेंगे तब तक बच्चों की पढ़ाई में एक बहुत बड़ा गैप आ जाएगा और इस गैप को भरना आसान नहीं होगा। इसके अलावा बच्चों को टेस्ट के मार्क्स, होमवर्क, नए चैप्टर के सवालों की जानकारी और स्कूल के कार्यक्रमों की जानकारी पहुंचाना भी बेहद मुश्किल हो जाता है। ऐसी स्थिति में मुझे ये लगता है कि विद्यार्थियों को उनके घर से भी उन्हें विद्या से जुड़े रखना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट हो गया है। मुझे लगता है स्विफ्ट चैट के बोर्ड से हमारा स्कूल और हमारे बच्चे भी शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में आगे बढ़ेंगे।
मैं सीमा मीना, मैं एक हैंडबॉल प्लेयर हूँ। मेरे घर वालों ने 6th क्लास में मेरी दीदी के साथ मेरी भी शादी फिक्स कर दी थी, लेकिन जो मेरे स्कूल के टीचर और मैं नहीं चाहती थी कि मेरी शादी हुए और मेरा बाल विवाह हो। और फिर मैंने मेरे गेम को वापस जारी किया। मैंने अभी तक हैंडबॉल में 15 नेशनल खेले हैं। मेरा ही नहीं, मेरा और मेरे घर वालों का ये सपना है कि मैं एक दिन इंडिया टीम में खेलूँ। लेकिन इंडिया टीम में खेलने के लिए मेरे को एक अच्छे कोच, अच्छे ग्राउंड और अच्छी कोचिंग की ज़रूरत होती है। तो मैं ये प्रियतम संस्था जो मेरे को सपोर्ट कर रही है, इसकी थैंक यू बोलना चाहती हूँ।
नमस्कार, मेरा नाम विजय सैनी है। मैं इस समय एक पैरा एथलीट्स एवं पैरा बैडमिंटन प्लेयर हूँ। मैं नेशनल लेवल पर पैरा बैडमिंटन में चयनित हो चुका हूँ। इसके अलावा मैं अब तक पैरा एथलीट्स में अब तक 3 बार मेडल जीत चुका हूँ। मैं इस समय केट की प्रिपरेशन कर रहा हूँ एवं आगे देश के किसी उच्च संस्थान से MBA करना चाहता हूँ। मैं आगे भारत का प्रतिनिधित्व करना चाहता हूँ एवं देश के लिए पैरा ओलंपिक में मेडल लाना चाहता हूँ। इन सब के लिए मुझे सहयोग की आवश्यकता है।
इसका नाम है असरफ अली, जिसको आरएके संस्कृत अवार्ड की मिला है, जिसमें से इसको पहचानने में आसानी हो रही है। जैसे कि ये है, इसको जैसे ये किसमें लगता है, लगा लेता है। इसमें गिनती है 1 2 तो ये लगा लेता है,
वर्तमान समय में इसकी बहुत आवश्यकता है कि बच्चे लाइब्रेरी के साथ भी, पुस्तकालय के साथ भी जुड़कर छोटी छोटी पुस्तकों को उठाएं, उनको खोलें, उनको देखें, उनके चित्रों को, कहानियों को पहचानें, सीखें और उनको अपने आचरण में ढालें। ग्रामीण स्तर पर इस तरह की पुस्तकें उपलब्ध करवाने के लिए हम पिटारा एकलव्य को बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहते हैं, जो कि वे इस काम में हमारी मदद करने जा रहे हैं। धन्यवाद।
Wasn't that emotional? I know the voice was a bit muffled, but that was really touching, right? And I think by now all of us would have realized that if a small contribution made by us, which can be in the context of enabling the learning of an entire school through a learning app or a story app, or through other categories of causes in which you can pledge your support, just by making that small contribution or by taking that small step, if you can supercharge the education and skilling journey of so many people out there, I'm sure all of us would be quite willing to take that ek step. No pun intended. All right, so of course, but it would have looked a lot familiar, right? Because a lot of us do donate for different causes. So what's so different about it? Well, these transactions were enabled by a bunch of ecosystem enablers. Let's take a look at them. The next one.
My name is Malay Kumar and I work with Prayatna Sanstha. We have observed that there are many children with special talents. If these children given a very small support, they can do wonders in their life. When we came to know about the idea of supporting such children through a network, we were very excited to be part of this process. We identify children to support through this process. With this support, they will be able to fulfill their dreams and also will do wonders in their life.
I am Chama Kakri Kaushik. In our community-based rehabilitation, we provide our services at their doorsteps and we provide different types of teaching learning material to them. We train the parents and the siblings to work with the child. We observe that when we provide different types of teaching learning material, that works very effectively with the children development. If we start working with children in early years, the impact of disabilities goes down.
पिटारा एकलव्य का वन स्टॉप एजुकेशन स्टोर है। पिटारा में अलग अलग तरह का बाल साहित्य है। इसमें बच्चों का लिखा हुआ साहित्य भी है। इसमें वो साहित्य है जो बड़ों ने बच्चों के लिए लिखा है। इसमें वो साहित्य भी है जो लोक जीवन का हिस्सा है, जैसे कि लोक कथाएं, खेल गीत। इसके अलावा शिक्षा साहित्य है। साथ ही साथ बहुत सारा हिस्सा जो है वो TLM का है। और अगर आप स्कूल के लिए लाइब्रेरी के लिए एक सेट खरीदना चाहते हैं तो 100 से ज़्यादा किताबें आपको मिल जाएंगी।
So there are many organizations like these which work with people on the ground and ensure that they get the benefits. Of course, again, a lot of you may be thinking what's different about it because you already know a lot of such organizations, you work with them or you're associated with them. But here again, there is a difference. All of these organizations are further enabled by an ecosystem of enablers who bring in the technology and the platforms to enable such organizations. Let's take a look at them. The first set of players are those who offer the school learning app. I don't know if you've all taken a look at the different options for making pledges, but one of the categories was how you can enable the learning for an entire school with an app which is branded in the name of the school. Meaning a school, an affordable private school having its own branded app, right? That kind of a thing enabled by someone like Convergence. A school story app where different types of stories that the children can deal with, again, branded in the name of a school. Think of the, the pride that a school will have, in especially an affordable private school, in having its own app, enabled by players like Takeri. The stories that appear on these platforms have been enabled by a bunch of other platforms like Storyweaver and many others. The content which you find on the school learning app and many other such things have been enabled by content players like Doubtnut, Vedantu, and many more. Those who made the pledges would have also received credentials. Credentialing and pledging certificates that you have received have been enabled by organizations like Sanketika. The network infra which powers this is enabled by ONDC and Protean. The protocol which powers this entire network so that multiple platforms can interoperate is enabled by FIDE. And finally, the application that you use today to make your pledges was enabled by Beehive. Right, so as you can count, there are 8 different platforms which came together in the context of a network. It can only happen on a network. इसमें 8 platform की शक्ति थी. The transactions that happened today, इसमें 8 platform की शक्ति थी. It could have happened only on a network. Right, so as such, honest network of opportunities is about bringing together many such platforms to power many diverse use cases across a bunch of different categories, and you just saw the example of how this happened here. By the way, by now, a lot of you who've been through the day would have already guessed that the 3 tracks that we had today, lifelong learning, AI, and open networks, are quite integrated in nature. They're not siloed tracks, right? There are significant overlaps between them. And just imagine if the different types of use cases that can be enabled by combining these tracks and powering them through a network like ONEST. A variety of use cases can come together, and they can really help take education and skilling opportunities to every nook and corner of the country. This is what happened in the room today and during the day, right? You can see that lifelong learning, AI for societal good, open networks, everything came together, and in between, so there were seekers on one side, which is the beneficiaries for whom you made pledges, and there were providers on the other side, people like us, who supported them with the pledges, as well as different enablers, in this case, the 8 different types of platforms that we spoke about. Now, before I go, can I make a request to the entire room? Can I request you to imagine just one more thing, which is imagine the possibilities that something like this can unleash if this were to happen at the scale of India, across different types of use cases, in the context of 4 categories of lifelong learning experiences, work-related opportunities, expert connect, and experts can be tutors, mentors, volunteers, content creators, different types of experts, and financial support like scholarship or grants, the kind of a cause that we looked at today. Just imagine the possibilities. Imagine if hundreds or thousands of platforms can come together to power a variety of use cases across these 4 categories. अगर इसमें हजारों प्लेटफॉर्म की शक्ति आ गई तो क्या नहीं हो सकता? क्या नहीं हो सकता इस नेटवर्क से? I think this can be the UPI for education and skilling. I will leave you with that imagination. Thank you. Before I go, I would like Rohini to please come on the stage and acknowledge a few of the enablers in this context. So I'm calling over first the ecosystem enablers who work with players on the ground, from Eklavya Tultul Biswas, from Prayatna Yogesh Jain, and from Ayang Trust Bipin Dhane. I'm going to call a bunch of system enablers on the technology and platform side. So I'm requesting these organizations to come over, the leads of that. Please be here and, then you can get your acknowledgements from Rohini. Convergence, Beehive, Sanketika, and Tekadi. Request you all to please come over first. Finally, I would like to call the fastest fingers first, those who are the fastest to make their pledges today. So Praveen Agarwal, Mahesh Pakalapati, and Parthiban. Please come. Thank you, Rohini, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Gaurav, for showcasing what an open network in education and skilling unlocks for the world. And congratulations to all of us for being a part of this milestone moment for ONEST.